Alright, time to do another video, and this one is kind of unique. This one it really kind of caught me off guard. It's pretty interesting. But the general thing, it's about a bond between a mother and a daughter, and that bond can be very strong. You know, like a bond between a mother and son, it can be really strong. In this case, it's very, very strong. To give you kind of a background, is that this whole story is where they originated was in Europe, somewhere in Europe, and I don't know which country it is, but they grew up, and the daughter was telling me that they had a really quite a relationship. I mean, just really, really close. And that happens. I mean, you can hear stories, and I hear stories from here in the hospital that I mean, the bond between a mother and daughter can be extremely strong. I mean, it's like their best friend. I've heard that many times. She's my best friend. Both sides. Mother to a daughter and a daughter to a mother. They have this incredible bond. But to go on with the story, though, is that when she was growing up, I think after she got out of high school, she started getting hiccups. Hiccups. But every time she got hiccups, are you ready for this? The mother would call. And the story was told to me that every time she got hiccups, either she would remember it, that somewhere along the line, in a very short period of time, the mother would contact the daughter. And this went on, I mean, their whole lifetime, this hiccups, and it continued. The mother passed away, and it devastated the daughter, and it just devastated her. It took quite a long time to kind of deal with it, and I see this at the hospital too, and I talked about in the last video. Family members are really devastated when they lose a loved one. In this particular case, though, the daughter was really devastated for some period of time, and guess what started? I think she said about 6 months later. Hiccups. And what happened is that when she started getting hiccups, that night she would have a dream about her mother. And some of the dreams were, the way she described it, sometimes she couldn't find her mother. Other times she had dreams of her mother, and mother was letting her know that she's doing just fine. And one particular message, I think, was that the mother was letting her know that there's more to this. When we have talked about there's more to this universe. It's huge, and she was telling her, you know everything. You just don't remember it, but you know everything. And till this day, the daughter was telling me that she has that sense, she knows everything, but it has to do with verified what her mother was telling in her dreams. And we've also talked about that too, how family members, they come back in dreams. Most of the time, that's how it happens. It comes in dreams, and you remember your family member. But every time, she was describing it to me, every time she would think about her mother, or when she started getting hiccups, soon enough, she would have a dream that night. And it would be about her mother. The dreams vary a little bit, but, it just, the mother would just let her know that she's doing fine. She's kind of like, to put a phrase, she's checking in to see how, how her daughter is doing in a dream. But there were times too that she explained that she couldn't find her mother. I mean, that's part of what goes on. When you lose a loved one, you're going to go through that kind of dreams. But anyway, I thought it was really interesting, everybody. I have not ever heard having hiccups to remember somebody, a loved one. And this is such a case, though. It was like she was just telling me every time during her lifetime she would have hiccups, the mother would call her. Within, sometime that night, maybe in the next morning, not like instantly, but it was just, she knew when she started to hit, the mother would be in touch with her. And they had a really just very close relationship. She was the only daughter. And so she was the only child at that time, and as I said, they really had the way she described it, they were best friends. They relied on each other like no other. There was a closeness like no other. They even being like a mother and daughter, she was her best friend, and vice versa. The way the mother confided her, and the daughter confided in her mother. But they were just like they were very, very close friends in that way. But anyway, I thought it was a unique story, and I wanted to get this out there. Hiccups. I've heard a lot of different stories, but I never heard anything about hiccups. And but anyway, that's the story. And again, I want to thank you for your time. As always, I hope your day is going well. And again, thanks for watching. Until the next video. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it.